No gimmicks, no extras, boom, just straight up old style magic. Boys, in this video I'm going to teach you 3 ways that you can put a coin through a glass. Why 3 different methods for the same trick, you ask? Because I wanna! Also, because each method is better for different glasses and different situations. Like this for a tall glass over a short glass. 1 coin, 1 glass. 1, 2, 3, and just like that it goes straight through the bottom of the glass. Crazy! Now before we get stuck into the tutorial, make sure that you smash like if you haven't already, and of course subscribe, people, subscribe. It costs you nothing and can really help a brother achieve some proverbial dreams, if you know what I'm saying. But anyway guys, with all that said and done, let's dive straight into the coin through glass method 1. Alright guys, 1 coin, 1 glass. That's all you need for a miracle. And you can borrow the coin and the glass, and that means you've made a 100% profit. And that is magic I can live with. Of course, for it to actually be magic, you have to make the coin pass through the glass on the count of 3. No gimmicks, no extras, boom, just straight up old style magic. And that right there is a coin through glass. So if you haven't guessed already, all you need for this is a coin and a glass, baby! Now first, I'm going to credit Jay Sankey for this method, because I believe he was the first person I saw teach it, and so we're just going to call it the Jay Sankey method. Now essentially what's happening is that the coin is being springboarded off the fingertips. It goes up, it hits the base of my hand, and falls into the glass in one smooth motion. Just like that. So to sell this illusion in the most convincing way possible, you're going to hold the glass at a 45-degree angle, keeping as much of a semicircle open as possible for that coin to fly through. Now I typically use dollar-sized coins, but for this particular method I actually recommend using something smaller so that you don't have the issue of it not being able to fit through your hand and into the glass. So I like to do this move on 3, and see what I'm doing is I'm turning my hand down, it's in the center of my palm. I'm tapping the glass, I turn my hand down. I bring it back up, I tap again, and then what actually happens, on the 3rd time, I turn my hand down and I let it rest right there at the fingertip. So it kind of transfers from the center of the palm, my fingers connect with the coin, and then I let it drop into the fingertips. That way when I turn the hand palm up and I hit with the glass, you can see it'll fly, hit that hand and fall in. Now on that 3rd impact, don't try and compensate by trying to throw the coin with your fingers. Just let the natural action of the glass hitting your hand springboard the coin into the glass. You'll have to play around with getting the angles of where you're holding the glass and where you're springboarding it, but once you get it just right, the coin will go in every single time. And that is method number 1, baby! Alright guys, we're moving on to method number 2, but before we do, let me just say, method 1 is easily the best looking of all 3, and method 3 that I'll teach at the end of the video is the most practical and still looks very, very good. But this method is best for those long glasses that are a little awkward to use. 1 coin, 1 glass. 1, 2, 3, and just like that it goes straight through the bottom of the glass. Is that a siren? Sheesh! Now for this method you need a little skills at the strike vanish. If you don't know what the strike vanish is, it's where you use something like a pen and a coin and you just simply on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, have the coin disappear completely. It's actually inside the cap, baby! So that's the strike vanish. You're essentially going to be doing the same thing with a glass. There's a lot of chaos going outside. Anyway, essentially what's happening is I'm going to be tapping the coin with the glass, and on the count of 3, I'll be tossing the coin up just enough that I can essentially scoop it out of midair into the glass and trying to get it to almost perfectly align back where it was, creating the illusion of it going through the glass. Now some key points to mention with this is that when you're flicking the coin up, you're just going to give it a little hop, and the motion is that you're going 1, 2, you're kind of mirroring the image every time. My hand is bouncing with the cup. 1, 2, and then on the last one, if you move your hand down a little bit quicker, it'll actually leave the coin stationary for a second, long enough for you to scoop it up with the glass. Now you need to make sure that you minimize all the movements and keep them very mirrored. So 1, 2, 3, just like that. Now another key point is to avoid the coin bouncing up high into the glass and then slowly falling back in again, because that will ruin the illusion. Your ultimate goal is to have the coin almost finish exactly where it started in your hand. That's the way to create the best looking strike glass penetration illusion thing. And so the easiest way to achieve that is to not overdo the catch. 1, 2, as lightly as you can, you want to catch that coin. That's method number 2, baby! Yes, welcome to method 3. I don't have a cigar. Can I smoke it? So you've made it to method 3. Hey, look at that. Method 3, baby. You need 1 coin and 1 glass. Check it out. You got to take the coin, you got to squeeze that puppy real tight, and then you just hit it straight through the base of the glass, and that right there is a miracle on ice. Alright, ladies and gents, for method 3, all you need again is 1 coin and 1 glass. All these methods are impromptu, which is good. And this is all you have to learn how to do. You have to learn how to palm a coin like this, and similarly hold an object whilst palming the coin. Because all that's happening really is that you're pretending that you've got the coin here and you're dropping it from the palm up here. So to avoid double handling, like doing a beautiful thing like this and then having to put that in palm with the big old thumb flare and all that sort of stuff, to avoid all of that, I just go directly from the palm into a transfer. And the best way to do it is just to have the coin set in position where you can grip it without curling your hand too much, and just pretend to dump it. And you just have to kind of mimic the coin actually falling into your hand to make it look convincing. From here, you just pick up the glass. Boom, baby. And that's literally all there is to it. Like I said, it's the most practical and still looks great. You are, however, going to need to practice doing this as cleanly as you possibly can. I like to sort of gesture with a finger because it shows that I've got nothing, in my fingertips. Another way that you can get into it is you can start with the coin at your fingertips, turn your hand in, and with your fingers press it into a palm and then pretend to drop it. So in one motion it kind of looks like this. You've got the coin and you throw it into your hand and then it's gone. Well, it's actually right here, but they don't need to know that. So this works, 1 as a vanish, but also 2, you're able to then pick up the glass and make the convincing illusion that the coin is still in this hand when it goes through the base of the glass. Now you don't actually need to do any crazy method to drop that coin. There's no like readjusting. It's just when you hit the glass, the coin will naturally fall out of your hand. So you're just going to sort of hit everything. It bounces your hand a little bit and forces the coin to just fall straight into the glass, and that is method number 3. And so there you have it, 3 ways to make a coin go through a glass. You're welcome. Bye.
Enchanté.